democracy, as well as the fair treatment of refugees in Afghanistan and around the world. He's joining us from London. Thanks for being with us on the News Hour, sir. First, just give me your views. As someone who fled and left Afghanistan back in 1999, what do you make of the current situation and the speed in which the Taliban has managed to take over large parts of the country?
I think the situation in Afghanistan is devastating. It is a devastation. It's a serious crisis. It's a serious human rights and women rights abuses is happening in the country. Sorry.
Go ahead, please.
So since the Taliban is advancing to take control over other more provinces, we have over 100,000 people been displaced. The majority of people, they don't have any other option or choice. They have to arrive in Kabul, in the capital of the country. And then in the capital, the people, they face serious challenges to access food, clean water, medicine, shelter. And this make the people of Afghanistan and the civil society, as well as the human rights organization, very concerned what is going on. And
right, so if the Taliban continues to take over parts of the country and eventually Kabul, what does this mean for human rights and democracy in the country, something that you've campaigned for?
So this is the thing that we hope that the international, the United Nations, as well as the UNHCR, they will have a preventative measure before having any serious violation on human rights in Afghanistan. We are now campaigning here in the UK. We have drafted a letter to the Foreign Office asking the Foreign Office for the urgent action should be taken against the Taliban. They have to use the same sanction that they put against the Taliban in 1999. At the same time, the international community, they have to work together to make sure that those women and children who are displaced because of the war and because of the violence committed by the Taliban, to make sure that they will have enough food and shelter and accommodation. As you know, Afghanistan still is the poorest country in the world. The Afghanistan government is not capable to provide any kind of support to its citizens. But at the same time, we are worrying, as you said, that if more provinces and districts will be seized by the Taliban in the near future, then you will have millions of people displaced from other parts of the country.
Right.
And we don't know what will happen
What about the plight of women? What about women in particular? Are you concerned that some of the rights that were won by Afghan women over the past 20 years or so, since the Taliban was toppled, could now be reversed if the Taliban is back in power? What does this mean for women's rights?
Yes, you're right. For the past 20 years, there was some achievements being made with the support of the United Kingdom and other international allies to improve the situation of women's rights. But then this is the thing that make everyone very, very anxious. What's going on? What will happen if the Taliban will come to power with those women who were working in the media as a journalist, who were working in the civil society, who were working in the government? What will happen with those women? At the same time, the Taliban has already treating women in those provinces which have been seized by the Taliban very, very badly. Sometimes there are sexual abuse. Sometimes they are taking women to sending them to Waziristan for training. Sometimes there is a forced marriage. Sometimes even they are asking other Afghan citizens if they have two wives, they have to give one wife to the Taliban, and this make very shameful for everyone to see such a human rights and women rights violations continuing in Afghanistan.
Thank you so much, Nur al-Haq Nasimi, for speaking to us from London.
Thank you very much.